So you're thinking about moving to Bend, Oregon, and you want to learn about yet another one of the distinctive 13 Bend neighborhoods here in the city of Bend. Well, that's exactly what we're going to be covering in today's video. Today is all about the northeast side of town, the Boyd Acres neighborhood here. A lot of shopping, a lot of subdivisions, a lot of access to all the amenities that Bend has to offer. So if this video sounds like it's for you, stick around. We're going to be getting after this tour of Boyd Acres neighborhood right now.
If this is your first time on the channel and you'd like to know everything there is to know about living, eating, sleeping, playing, the good and the bad of Bend, Oregon and the surrounding areas, subscribe to the channel and tap the bell for tongue-tied today for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market conditions here in Bend, Oregon. My name is Zach Nutter. This is Ryan Rudloff. We're both licensed brokers with eXp Realty in the state of Oregon. We get calls, texts, and emails every day from people just like you looking to make the move here to Bend, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd love to connect with you and help you make the smooth move here to Bend. So we are in the Boyd Acres neighborhood. We are in the biggest commercial area of this neighborhood. We're in the Cascade Village Shopping Center. So we're going to show you around Cascade Village Shopping Center, and then we're going to take you around, show you some of the neighborhoods. There's tons of schools. There are so many subdivisions. This is a huge, huge neighborhood in Bend. So if that sounds like something you're into, stick around. We're going to be getting after it right now.
So we are on the north end of town here. We're in the Boyd Acres neighborhood. This is the Cascade Village Shopping Center, like Zach alluded to in the introduction of this video. This is where the primary shopping area is in all of Bend. We've got Best Buy, we've got Home Depot, we've got Lowe's, Trader Joe's. In fact, Costco and Fred Meyer are going to be put into place over here in this neighborhood over the next couple of years as well. So it is a frenzy of traffic. We're on the north end of town like we talked about. So Redmond is just 15 miles away from where we're at right now. A lot of action over here. They're doing some construction development with an overpass over Cooley Road that will help mitigate that traffic, but there are thousands of cars that drive through this area in this shopping center on a daily basis. In addition to that, there are over 80 different residential subdivisions in the Boyd Acres neighborhood here on the north end of town. So there are thousands of people that live over here. It could be the most affordable area in Bend, especially for first-time buyers when it comes to looking for a home to purchase here in the Bend area.
So this actually, where we're standing right now, this used to be the Mountain View Mall. So this was the area we'd go hang out as kids. There was a movie theater in here. There was a Kmart. All kinds of different stuff, a little food court, JCPenney's. Yeah. We didn't have a Mervyn's, we had an Emporium. What else did we have? You know any of the jingles for
Bon Marché?
The Bon Marché.
That might have been at the Bend River Mall.
When they say hello.
Emporium. What else did we have over here?
We had all kinds of stuff, but it was like our big outdoor mall, and now we have our big indoor mall. Now we have this big outdoor shopping center. So I don't know who came up with the idea of outdoor shopping centers in Bend, because it does get snowy and cold out here, but this is one of our best shopping centers.
It really
Ryan
is.
alluded to a lot of the shops and different stuff we have. We also have a Crumble Cookies. There's I think there's a T-Mobile here. There's a Pro Image. Some of the smaller stores. Yeah, we got an Extreme Grilled Cheese. You've got a Chicken Shanty, Famous Footwear, a Ross. So there's a ton of shopping here. So this is like the major shopping area of the north end of town. We're gonna go in and check out some of the subdivisions. There's tons of parks. There's a bunch of schools in this neighborhood as well. So we're excited to show you this neighborhood. We're gonna hop in the car. We're gonna show you some more spots.
So we're out in Boyd Acres right now, extreme northeast Bend. We're almost to Redmond here, about 12 miles away, close to the airport. But look at the house behind us here. It recently sold just under 5,000 square foot for $1.1 million. Look at those pillars on this thing. If this home was located somewhere else in Bend, it would be at least $2 million. So this gives you some perspective on the value. We're still in Bend, we're on the northeast side of town, but there are some very nice homes over here in addition to the other subdivisions that have more affordable style housing. But we want to give you guys perspective on what style of homes are available. Bend has multiple different style of flavors when it comes to your housing needs, and each neighborhood, each quadrant is different as it relates to price point too. So we want to show you what this one looks like here. Very unique, and we just kind of stumbled upon it. It's a great home.
So we're in Royal Oaks Estates. These are some of the nicest houses on the northeast side of Bend. So northeast side of Bend is definitely one of the more affordable areas in Bend. But the beauty of this is just minutes away from where we were in the Cascade Village Shopping Center, right across the street from Skyview Middle School. There's a lot of building. The school bell is literally ringing right now, even though it's Thanksgiving break right now, so school's not in session. But this is a really neat neighborhood on the northeast side of Bend. So if you're looking for a really large home at a more affordable price in Bend, this area could be great for you. This is Royal Oaks Estate. So we're going to get down the road. We're going to show you some more of the commercial areas, jump into a couple more subdivisions. So we hope you guys are enjoying this.
One of the things too that's pretty interesting right now, Zach just talked about, it's Thanksgiving break, right? We're in late November. It's probably 55 degrees outside. The sun is still shining, and it's not like we're in these unbearable winter style conditions here in town. It's still relatively pleasant. There's a lot of people outside today. They're walking, they're running, they're doing some exercise, but they're outside enjoying the amenities that Bend has to offer. So it's not just all doom and gloom during those dark 4 months, November, December, January, February, right after daylight savings. It's still pretty pleasant out here, and the weather is still pretty moderate. We'll get those extreme week-long stretches or 10-day-long stretches where the snow comes in, but typically speaking, it does tend to warm up a little bit right afterwards, and the snow will very typically melt off. And so the days are still pleasant, even when the days are short when it comes to daylight.
Yeah, we're kind of in this in-between season, right? So I'm in between a sweatshirt and a t-shirt. I've got my sweatshirt on, but when we get in the car, I'm rolling the window down. We still have beautiful skies out. It's been bluebird day most of the day. We have some clouds rolling in, but our weather here is so fantastic. We go other places this time of year, it's so dark and nasty. I just couldn't do that. I love that we get these blue sky days almost every day.
Pretty much every day, yep. So we'll continue on with the tour. We'll hop in the car, show you guys some more of the subdivisions. Over 80 subdivisions here in the Boyd Acres neighborhood.
We're not going to show you all 80. We don't have that kind of time.
We'll show you a couple more, and we will continue on with the tour.
We're in the Calaveras condos here. These are right off of Empire. We're still in the northeast side of town, the Boyd Acres neighborhood. So these condos, most of them range high fours to $600,000. They're they're mountain modern, they're calling them. They're beautiful inside. We are in one of the busiest hubs right here. How many cars do you think you'll buy here every day, Ryan? Thousands, right?
Thousands,
yeah.
Sure.
So definitely a main hub, but these are great. There's probably, I don't know, 100 of them. There's a ton of condos in here, but it's just a little bit different style of living on the northeast side. There's not a ton of condos over here, so we wanted to point these out to you.
High traffic density here. Empire Road's right in front of us right now. It's probably the third busiest east to west kind of byway street that we have in Bend, behind Greenwood Avenue and Reed Market Road. And so you get a lot of traffic up here. There's a lot of high density housing in this particular part of town. And like we talked about earlier, it is going to be the most affordable area in town, especially for first-time home buyers. I think homes range, Zach, in between, say, like single-family homes, probably like low fives, maybe high fours, all the way up to like $700,000-800,000 right now. And like the median home price in Bend as of this recording is $735,000. So that gives you guys a good perspective on like where we're at in town. So you could buy a home in this particular area at a great value, knowing that the median home price in Bend in general is almost $750,000.
Absolutely. And some of the benefits of being on this side of town, as Brian alluded to earlier, you're the closest you're going to get to the airport in Redmond. So if you're coming here, if this is a second home or you travel for work, it's a great area because you're 12 minutes to the airport. You've got a lot of the shopping centers. You've got quick access to the parkway that'll buzz you north-south here in Bend. So a lot of great access here. You've got a lot of amenities and everything else, but it is definitely the most affordable side of Bend.
Yeah, and so like Bend versus Redmond, there's a lot of people that will work in Bend and work in Redmond, vice versa. They'll live in Redmond, work in Bend. There's probably 20 or 30,000 cars that traverse in between Bend and Redmond on Highway 97 every single day. And the airport's a big draw, obviously, right? So we actually just got a new flight that's going to be coming into fruition here in the springtime, a direct flight from RDM, our airport, all the way down to Dallas-Fort Worth. It's our furthest east flight that we're going to have as a direct. And so there's now talks of an additional Chicago or Minneapolis that's coming in to play. We're talking about it right now, so it's several months away, of course. But it gives you an idea that, you know, this is an up-and-coming area, Central Oregon right now. There's a lot of people that live here, a lot of people moving here, but we have direct flights to all the major hubs. And I read the article too. It's funny. There's 800 flights that go outbound from DFW on a daily basis. So you're just a quick jaunt down to the south, and then you're off to the races wherever you want to go. And we're 15 minutes away right here where we're standing from that airport that will connect you to Dallas-Fort Worth. So a lot of activity in this part of town here. But again, a lot of people will end up working in Redmond and live on the north end of town. And so that explains a lot of the traffic here going to and from Redmond and Bend.
So this is just another unique area. We wanted to show you this housing. We'll get you a little bit more B-roll as we drive through here, but we're going to jump into a couple more neighborhoods and then we'll wrap this video up.
Sounds good. Ciao Bella. So you want a taste of Tuscany in the north end of Bend? Well, we got it for you right here in Tuscany Pines, another subdivision here, one of 82 subdivisions here in the Boyd Acres neighborhood. These homes range in between 550 all the way up to maybe 850, depending on the size, of course, but it gives you kind of an Italian feel. It doesn't feel very Italian in here, but at least the landscape and the architecture kind of suggests that as well. So there are unique subdivisions all along this big neighborhood of Boyd Acres Road, and we wanted to show you guys some of the unique features of what this particular neighborhood has to offer.
So we traversed, as Ryan likes to say, over the parkway. We are actually on the west side of Bend, still in Boyd Acres, but we are just seconds from the river. We are at the foothills of Aubrey Butte. There is, I mean, we are right in the mix of everything. This is technically Northwest Bend now, so Boyd Acres neighborhood encompasses northeast and northwest. As we come over here, the homes definitely get more expensive on this side of the highway. Really close to Tumalo State Park, Riley Ranch, a lot of really great amenities here. Still super close to Cascade Village Shopping Center. We also drove through a big commercial area where you've got K1 Speed, you've got the indoor soccer center, you've got a lot of little restaurants. There's 10 Barrel East Side. So a ton in this area. But as you travel over to the west side, it definitely gets more expensive on this side of town.
Like Zach alluded to, his favorite word. We are at the foothills. We're at the foothills of Aubrey Butte. There are probably 7 or 8 parks in the Boyd Acres neighborhood. And they range from the Pine Nursery Park, which is 150 acres. We've talked about that before in previous videos, of all kinds of amenities, to just standard neighborhood style parks where there's just big grassy areas along the river. The Deschutes River is probably, 500 to 1,000 feet to our right here. So we're really close to like the First Street Rapids, hiking trails all along the river. So we're at the foothills of Aubrey Butte here, and it just kind of goes up as we go. We're walking forward right now or straight ahead. That's where Aubrey Butte is right now. And so we're on the northwest side of town, but it still is the Boyd Acres neighborhood. So that's pretty interesting here. There's multiple flavors of neighborhoods, subdivisions within the Boyd Acres area. And so that's what we want to touch on right now. So we'll probably hit another 1, maybe 2, depending on where we get to.
In daylight, we're running out of daylight.
Yeah, that's
quick.
one thing about this time of year, right? It's probably 3 o'clock right now, and the sun's starting to go down, but that's typical for everybody right now, wherever you're at. But the sun goes down about 4:30 this time of year here in Bend.
We're going to jump over, show you another neighborhood, and we'll get this video wrapped up. Thanks, guys. So we are in the final neighborhood here that we're going to show you in the Boyd Acres neighborhood. This is Westerly. So this is a Hayden Homes development. Homes in here range from the high 6s to the 850s. 850s going to get you somewhere 23 to 2,600 square foot home. They are decent sized lots. They're not huge. We are west of the highway, so these are definitely for the Hayden Homes development. These are going to be on the higher side, but nice homes. You can usually tell they have a very particular style of home that they build. You'll see there's probably about 5 models, each one having a couple different elevations. So you can have 2 homes side by side that are the same exact home, but they look a little bit different just from the front and the elevation. We're really quick to Aubrey Butte, the river, Tumalo State Park. You're not far from downtown, the old mill. But this is definitely the higher end area of the Boyd Acres neighborhood.
Yeah, and Hayden Homes, we've done videos on this before, like where we've gone through other Hayden Homes subdivisions, and typically the makeup of these subdivisions or these neighborhoods are going to be very similar, but you can just tell based off of, like, say, the trees, like the planted trees, not the native trees, like how old maybe, say, a neighborhood is based off of whether it's 5 years old, 10 years old, 15 and beyond. And this one's probably about 12 years old or so, and it's fully developed. The homes in here are just very esque of what Hayden Homes makes. So they're very nice homes, but like Zach said, location is key here. We are close to a lot of the amenities. We're on the north end of town. We've already touched on it, but we're close to the airport, close to Redmond, Fairgrounds, etc. Smith Rock State Park's about a 30-minute drive away from where we're at right now. But that will basically conclude today's video. Again, the sun is still up in the sky right now. It is late November, and so we are enjoying the weather, and it's fantastic here, even in the late fall here in Bend.
So thank you guys so much for watching. If it's your first time on the channel, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, let us know what else you'd like to see. We've lived here for over 30 years. Sometimes we forget about some of the beauty. So please let us know, hey, if there's a certain subdivision you want to see, if there's a certain part of town, if whatever you guys want, please let us know. We'd love to share it with you guys. So until the next video, we've almost captured all 13 neighborhoods. After that, we're going to start going into subdivision by subdivision. So there are hundreds of them. So we will be showing you guys every subdivision in Bend. It's going to take us probably a year to do, but we're excited to bring that to you guys. So we'll see you on the next video, and thank you so much if you've made it this far.
Thanks.
We'll see you guys soon.
Thanks, guys.